Hello, I'm Andy.
And I'm Jamel.
Welcome to the additional content for CAMRA's Modern Homebrewer book.
You'll have seen that each chapter has a QR code which takes you to a landing page on the Malt Miller's website.
On that page, you'll find links to relevant videos, references, and web content to help enhance your experience of the book.
The Malt Miller team have produced these educational and instructional videos to either underline key points or to add to the learnings of each chapter.
As always, we encourage you to like and subscribe to the Malt Miller's YouTube channel, where you'll be able to interact with the team via the comments box.
We hope you're enjoying the book and this additional content.
Achieving the correct carbonation level in your homebrewed beer once it's in a keg is a process that's fairly simple to undertake. To carbonate our keg beer, we're going to need a few pieces of equipment. First of all, a fridge, kegerator, 𝗖𝗍𝗄, or some other form of keeping the beer cold. A homebrew regulator, which can be attached onto a CO2 bottle, and all of the associated disconnects which allow us to make gas-tight seals between our gas supply, beer tap, and kegs. The methods we're going to explain here all involve forcing carbon dioxide from our gas supply into suspension within the beer under pressure. The very first step in the process is making sure we take care to package our beer into kegs, ideally using a counter-pressure method, which involves using carbon dioxide to push the beer from our fermenter into the keg. The first and most accurate method is forced carbonation. This way ensures that we can achieve the correct amount of carbonation in the beer for the given style we've brewed. There are charts available online which help you determine how much CO2 needs to be applied for what length of time and at what temperatures. There's also calculators available online which help us achieve this. The first thing to note is that this method takes patience. It's going to take approximately 10 to 14 days to achieve the desired level of carbonation in our beer using this method. The first thing we need to do is place our filled keg into a cold environment such as a kegerator or 𝗖𝗍𝗄. Then we need to hook up our gas supply from our CO2 bottle, turn on the pressure from our CO2 bottle, and set the regulator to the pressure desired to achieve carbonation over that 10 to 14 day period to the desired level for our given beer style. This method, whilst it will take slightly longer than others, will ensure that the beer has been carbonated to the correct level in a more scientific way than other methods which we're going to go on to explain now. The second method is very similar to the first shown, however we're going to speed up the time in between kegging and carbonation being achieved. We follow the same steps of placing our keg of beer into a cold environment, hooking up the gas supply, but in this instance we're going to increase the pressure beyond that we would normally use if we were using the slower, more consistent method, ideally to around 30 psi. We're then going to leave the beer to absorb the CO2 over a period of 24 to 48 hours. It's important that we check throughout that 24 to 48 hour period so that we do not overcarbonate the beer. Once we've achieved a carbonation level which we're happy with, we simply dial the pressure back down to serving pressure. The third method is far faster again. However, with that comes a diminishing amount of control over the amount of CO2 being absorbed into the beer. Once we've filled our keg from our fermenter, we connect our gas supply again in exactly the same way as the other methods. However, we do not add it to the cold environment at this point. We then go on to turn on our gas regulator and increase the pressure again to around 30 psi. Now we agitate the keg either by rocking the keg backwards and forwards, picking the keg up and shaking it, or rolling the keg on its side. Rolling the keg on its side increases the surface area and thus speeds up the CO2 absorption. We suggest agitating the keg for approximately 1 to 2 minutes, leaving the keg to settle in its cold environment such as the kegerator or 𝗖𝗍𝗄 again, checking the carbonation levels, and if required, repeat the process to increase them. As previously mentioned, the most accurate way to achieve the perfect carbonation level for your beer style is the first method shown here. However, it does require prior planning to make sure that you have your beer ready to go in the keg well ahead of when you want to be drinking it.